I just said no pun intended. I swear.
His theme in EX3 is called Heatwind, so
Oh,
obsessed.
okay. So, yeah, an interesting article came through over at gamestalk.net. If you checked out that site before, I think that's it. Yeah, it's just a straight up international site. They asked the CEO and president of SNK, Matsubara, excuse me. And one of the main things that was talked about, because, we laugh about it, but not laugh about it, but the Crown Prince, who founded the Misk Foundation, owns EGDC, which owns the 96% of SNK. I know we clowned on it earlier, like, oh my God, the Great Prince, he owns SNK is owned by them, right? Like, what are they gonna do about what 96%, bro? That is crazy. I don't know who has that other 4%. You couldn't spare the other $1 billion for that. But
some guy some guy that's saying don't put Rugal on it's the mayor of Mexico, the one guy.
Oh yeah, it's that same dude for sure. All right, so in the small interview, Kenji Matsubara was asked, what just thoughts on the company and things that they're getting into, and stated they're interested in expanding the Fatal Fury and other existing IPs to action or RPG genres to help revive or revamp them. So there's a good chance that they're just looking to, for AAA or, new type of IP, or taking those IPs into newer genres or different genres and just expanding the fighting game IPs, because there is a lot of lore, right? In fighting games, there's so much lore. There's so much that can be expanded on. And I guess they're seeing an opportunity. Like, if you look at your video game adaptations, they could be done very, very well, right? Your Castlevanias, your fucking Cyberpunks, your Arcane, right? Like a multiple award-winning, Oscar-winning anime. Like it can be done. Like there is enough material there to create something in video games in general. And fighting games are really no different. Fighting games, just honestly, they don't get the same. They don't get the same kind of. It's weird. They don't get that same respect, right? Because it was born out of the arcade. Play against this many characters to get to the final boss, and so, and there you go. And that was it, right? But over the years they've developed, like Mortal Kombat's a perfect example. Like the lore behind MK, like over the multiple sequels, like it's just created an insane lore. Generally one of the better accepted movies with the original Mortal Kombat 1995, I think. Anyway, it worked out, and then maybe not the best, but then they have the animated movies, this and that. Like they can expand past that, but this is more on the genres of changing them and pulling them into something else. Now, just like MK, there've been games that do it, and MK unfortunately has been one of those that I know I take it as a bad example. But Special Forces, right, was their try at doing a third person type of thing. Final Fights even had one too. There's one where it was Cody's cousin and shit. It's just in the Street Fighter world. It's happened and it's been done before, to some relative success, some not so much. But I don't know if there's been a crazy Nina's had her own fucking game from Tekken. I forget what that assassin game was, but she's had her own genre defying game that's been put out there. And SNK is looking to do that. Maybe they'll do something with Art of Fighting. They're trying Fatal Fury. They're just trying to develop it. So they have a 10-year. He's currently working a 10-year strategy, and as for future prospects, the current scale 400 development personnel will be increased to several thousands. Also considering M&A, which is kind of cool. So the fact that they're looking to expand not only into to take those IPs and see the strength behind them to create unique experiences would be dope. I think with enough love and care, the right people in the right place, it could definitely happen. Proper research and strategy to it. I mean, it's tough. With some developers, they don't have that many different teams that do other types of games. I mean, Capcom's a very rare exception there, right? Capcom was born on arcade games, 1984, this and that and the other, and then they got the big hit with Street Fighter 2, which ultimately created what the genre is and revolutionized it forever. But then they still had Resident Evil. They still got like all these other games that they, Monster Hunter, blah, blah, blah. But those are all different teams. Like SNK is looking to expand that and kind of follow along that same way. Actually, I didn't even realize that first sentence. I want SNK stated here from the Crown Prince. I want SNK to aim for the glory era of the 1980s or even more. In response to that, he made a proposal aiming for the top 10 in the world of sales and 150 billion yen. In other words, Capcom level. Remember, like Capcom's highest selling games, I think in top 10, I think the top 5 are Resident Evil, or at least in the top 5, 4 of them are Resident Evil. One of them is definitely Monster Hunter. I think Street Fighter doesn't hit until 6 or 7, I want to say, or even maybe a little bit lower. So yeah, they're looking. Hey man, it's an investment deal. I put this much money in, whatever it takes to expand the company, to other avenues. Like we've already got the materials. You already got the foundation there with SNK, with, like I said, Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury. These characters that are already established in culture, in pop culture. Like just taking them and just putting them in another genre to be exposed to people that don't even play fighting games is not a bad idea at all.
It's just, I mean, I guess the money sort of talks, but I mean, not the ideal place where you want the money to be coming from these days, I suppose. I don't know. It's just like, are the developers, owners, workers, do they have a sort of say where it goes from here?
That's something for them to figure out. We'll just have to see what that turns into.
Something to sink.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't.
Sorry, SNK.
Oh, nice. Hopefully again. You mean sink again? SNK has previously gone down and has been revived.